Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. Looks like I closed up the garage a little too soon. About 6:30, May 4th, Saturday, about 75 degrees. Once again, I've been opening and closing the door. So this place is a little warmer than it is outside. The sun is behind the house, so I'm not getting direct sunshine, but what a beautiful day here in the Hudson Valley. We normally, this has been kind of a dry spring. They're telling us to be careful. Actually, they're telling us we're not allowed to burn anything. So, what I want to do is go through the last bike by itself, the TRX 250, and I just want to take a quick look at that wheel there. That's what one of the reasons why I bought it, is to see how trash this wheel is. I wanted to see if I had I was going to get another rim out of the deal. So we'll see. They look a little different. I'm not quite sure about the bolt spacing. So hopefully one of the set of wheels that I got will fit that should I need it. Though, for as much as I ride it, God knows if I'm ever going to need it. Alright, let's talk about this bike. First of all, this bike is this. You can see that right there. I'm not sure the vintage of this bike. So this is the plastic I got with it. I did not get the collar, this collar here that goes around the steering neck. So here we are. What you can see from the front is that it's missing a front wheel and a front tire. So those are missing. Those rims do look like they'll go on. And that rim does look like it's in a little better shape. The tire size might be different, but the rim looks like it will go on. So there we are. Looking this bike over, it did come with the headlight. And the headlight's intact, not broken. I can't tell if the filaments are any good on the bulb. The brakes are dead. It's got throttle. The choke doesn't, I'm not sure how well the choke is working. The back brakes were dragging, so I think they do work. The back tires hold air, and they don't look like they're in bad shape at all. It is, I'm not sure if this has the same rear end as Big Red. Off the top of my head, they do look similar. They are the same year, and yeah, I mean, this is from the mid-80s. I pulled the plug. Oops. Don't like to see the rust in there. This thing is rock solid seized. If you give the old Kickstarter a push, you got nothing. From a wiring point of view, it has the CDI box. Appears to be missing the spark plug coil here. That's not here. I'm not exactly sure where it goes on this rig, but it should be around here somewhere. I don't see it. A few things are unplugged. Strange, because that almost looks like the plugs for the CDI, but the CDI is here. Oh, these are actually the plugs for, I think, this guy. I'm not sure why it's undone. No? Well, anyway, I'd have to reverse wire it for a few minutes to figure out what's going on with that. It does appear to have the square plug CDI unit, which is like that harness that came over eBay. I think this is the same engine as Big Red, which could be handy. Oh, here's the wires that go on the coil. So that goes on the coil. That fuse, I remember, Not exactly sure what those are trying to go to. Did come with the key switch, and all this trivia is here. Once again, carburetor is complete, the choke is hooked up, though at the moment it seems to be seized. The story on this bike is from, I'm told, you know, if BS was horsepower there'd be no energy crisis. I'm told this thing is from Liberty, New York. The guy who I bought it from, I gave him $200 for it, including the plastic and the seat, the whole bit, just as you know, just picture all that crap piled back on, and we're at $250 or $200. My thoughts were, this is a parts bike, and if you go through the parts, seat, even though I mean the bottom, the base is there, the cover isn't horrible, but it is a little torn up. I figured the seat was worth a $50 bill. The tires were worth $100, so we're at $150. The carburetor's worth $75. 150, 2 1/4. Looks like it's got a Cobra exhaust on it. That's going to be easy to take off, but the Cobra exhaust is, I don't know, even though it's kind of a little rusty there, it's probably worth another $50. I don't know, what am I up to? Am I going for $275? Making an even $300. I didn't put the key switch in, called that whole thing $25. So I mean, when I looked at it, I knew instantly that I wanted it for parts. Even the plastic, though it's not the best looking plastic, it does have all 4 wheel fenders, so to speak. It does have the front, has somewhat of the trunk area, the sides are there. It is missing the neck, the plastic for the neck right there, as I dance on one foot. So I figured the bike was easily worth the $200 he wanted for it. I don't know what I'm going to do with the plastic. I'm not sure what I'm doing, what I'm doing with the bike yet. He told me he thought the motor might be hydroed because when he came into the garage, it was lying, the seat was off, the plastics were off, and it was lying upside down. Or the barn. He used the word barn. When he walked in the barn, it was lying upside down. To be honest with you, I don't see any indication of that. Right? I'm just really not seeing that. And because the seat was on it. It wasn't loose. And he said the seat doesn't come off, and I showed him where the latch was, and it came right off. So I don't think it was upside down. Once again, the spark plug looks rusty. If I had to guess, obviously it was parted out, and he had the other bike, exactly the other bike. There were 2 of these. They were twins, and he said he bought them both new for his kids, or he bought one for deer hunt and one for the wife, and the kids got them both, or whatever the story went. If I had to guess, something happened to this one and it stopped running and they parted it out, and given the water on the spark plug there, I'm thinking it might have went swimming. If you look at it though, the handlebars are not bent, they're still symmetric. All the plastic points are there, though it's missing a front wheel. It doesn't look too battered. I mean, the push bar has a few dents on it, but it's really not bad. I'm not sure why this thing got to the point of, I mean, it obviously got to not running. I am going to put my meter to it and check the stator. Watch I find out the stator soiled the bed on this one. That is kind of a weak link for these big reds. The stators do go bad, or these 250 engines, so. Alright folks, there it is, Honda TRX 250. I don't see a decal on it anywhere to tell me what year it is, and the rest of the details that I'd like to tell you. I mean, just looking at it, I'm gonna assume it's, 85. Well, it's got the new wiring harness on it, so it's probably in 86 or in 87, 86, 87 or newer. I don't know how many years they made these, and I don't know how many years they made it with that. I don't know what you call the suspension. Horse carriage. I don't know how many years they made it with that suspension, but once again, it really doesn't look too battered, and it looks like whoever took off that front wheel meant to put it back on. It's I mean, it's pretty tight. I don't know. All right, folks, live, love, and have a great time. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. In the meantime, remember, tires down, handlebars up, and I don't know if I'm going to the flea market tomorrow morning. Today's Saturday. Obviously, there's one on Sunday. I'm not sure I'm going or not. I'm kind of a little tapped out. I shouldn't go for financial reasons. But after coming home from the flea market, I took a nap, so I'm going to be up early, and then I need to kind of burn off some energy so I could keep moving on all this crap. It's hard to keep. When you work night shift, you got to kind of really have a routine to the way you live your life, or you can't function. You can't wake up, you can't go to sleep, you can't do things that you need to do. So I might go tomorrow just for the sake of kind of keeping my routine ironed out. All right, once again, take care. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll catch you on the next episode.